Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? We are back live. That is right, guys. It is 7:10 a.m. and we are going live, guys. I'm excited. Hopefully, you're excited too. I am back in the studio, back from Chicago. Got back yesterday. I'm excited. We're going to get into a whole brand new show, guys. Hopefully, you're excited. We got Today in History. We're going to tell road trip stories. They stole my weed. The airport stole my weed, got into my bag, and took my weed out. Wait till we talk about that story, guys. We got a whole bunch to get into. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's do this thing. We go live in 2.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Oh, good morning, guys. It is 7:10 a.m. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Luckily, I still got 'em, guys. So check this out. Big story of the day. You guys know I went to Chicago for my birthday last couple days. We got back last night, and we roll in, leave Chicago about, like, I don't know, 5:30 their time. We get in about 7:30 Arizona time, and I immediately grabbed my check bag. So we ended up, if he goes to Chicago, comes back and forgets how to unmute before the show, no more vacations. Oh, man. So we get back. I had to check my bag. We flew Spirit Airlines, and don't know if you guys know. all the airlines now. It sucks. You got to pay for your check bag. You got to pay for your carry-on. So it ended up being cheaper to check a bag than it would have been to do 2 carry-ons. A lot cheaper. Actually, cheaper to check a bag than it is to do 1 carry-on. So we did that, and then so get the bag. Nothing. It looks normal. Everything's cool. We end up. Hey Lonnie, how you doing this morning? Mr. Crispers, how you doing? Eric, how's it going this morning? So we get back, and the only thing I'm thinking about is I want a bong load. I'm like, oh man, I've been in a hotel room, I've been having to sneak out, smoke, like I want to do a bong toke as soon as we get back. I open my freaking suitcase right there in the parking lot, and guess what? My weed is gone. That's right, guys. They got into my fucking suitcase with the little deal. Didn't put a note in there. Didn't they? Just straight stole my weed. And so we go and a couple other things were missing as well, not just my weed. But so we go down. We talk to the Spirit Airline people, and they're like, "Where was the flight from? Is that the one that just got back from Chicago?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, there you go. And I'm like, "What?" And she told me all these stories about everybody comes from Chicago, got something stolen out of their suitcase. It's crazy. Said her boss went to Chicago to investigate it. Had shoes stolen on his way back. Oh man, so I had to file a claim, I had to do all this stuff, but yeah, stole my weed, man. So interesting thing about Chicago too is Michigan across the way is the needles of the weed industry up there. So in Chicago, it's like 600 to 800 bucks an ounce. No joke. So what they ended up getting from me was about a little over half ounce of smoke land, 2 grams of wax, a bong, a lighter, a brand new bowl that I had to buy there because I forgot my other bowl. So that was a $20 bowl. And then what else was in there? Some air freshener. It was a party in a box, man. They stole a party in a box. So with their prices, they think they got like 2 grand worth of weed. But in reality, not 2 grand. They probably got like because I think it was like 3 grams of wax in there. So with their prices, probably a little like $1,000 worth of weed. For us, it's like $70. Wasn't that big a deal. The bong I had gotten from a freebie. It was my travel silicone bong. But Smokey don't know messing with my weed is like messing with my money. That is true. What was funny was if we were still in Chicago, I would have turned around and waited for those fuckers to get off work, man. Oh man. Oh, sorry. Looking at the background looks different. Yeah, so other than that, it was a pretty good trip, guys. I've had a lot of fun. Hey, good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Rosie Key. Good morning, Lonnie. How you doing, buddy? Mr. Crispers in the house. Barney, it is time to wakey, bakey, bakey. But you got to go to bed. Time to wake, bake, and first sleep. Oh man, yeah. That's crazy. That's what they were saying, man. That they have to I don't know how do they keep getting away with it? You would think once insurance had to pay out so much money and they got so many complaints they would figure out about it, but that's crazy. We need to rent a U-Haul and drive up to Chi-Town. So you don't mess with the Daily Danks weed, buddy. That's what. Luckily, I had more at home, so I just had to do the drive back home. Not a big deal, but you know what it was? It's more of they got in my bag. That's the crazy thing. They got into my bag. That kind of bugs me. Um, but it is what it is. It's fun. What did we do, man, yesterday? Cubs game. I haven't talked to you guys. Cubs game was amazing, guys. First time at Wrigley. Oh my God. The camaraderie is so great. It's everything I dreamed of. Hang on one second, guys. I think my door just opened. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so the game was great. You get there, um, it's oh man, this is magical. Words cannot describe how I felt at Wrigley. Cubs ended up winning. They were up 1-0 most of the game. Um, so cool, you met the most annoying person in the world. um, they what was it? Yeah, they were up 1-0 most of the game. San Diego hits a home run. They're up 2-0. Cubs tie it up. They go into the ninth, walk off home run in the rain to end the game. We win. Everyone's singing, "Hey, hey, Cubs win today." You guys know the whole deal. They're singing, they're dancing. People are dancing in the rain. Everyone's happy. Oh man, it was magical. Then we went down on Waveland Avenue, down over on Clark Street. We started doing all that stuff. We're just walking around. It was amazing, man. I had an amazing birthday, guys. So blessed, so blessed. 48. Ah man, hopefully the rest of the year goes as great as the first couple of days, guys. All right, Rosie is on guard duty. My dad has a suitcase set that has locks. He forgot to use the locks one time, and they took some of his stuff. Yeah, even with the locks, they have like this tool that they just pop, and it pops your locks. Like it's just a little tool. I think it even comes with your suitcase. So I mean, those aren't really any effective when it's actual TSA or airport taken from you. Um, yeah, it really was, man. That for all the bucket list games, that was the one. That was the one. Um, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, man. And then everyone's high fiving each other. You're talking old school Cubs. Um, it was real childhood, man. It really, I grew up watching the Cubs on an old black and white Curtis Mathis in my room. Um, it always looked so big, Wrigley. So to get there and to be there, oh, just amazing. Words cannot describe it, guys. 75 was the year to be born, way better than 76. Lonnie, I was a 76er. Hey, good morning back to Retro. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? We're just talking my Cubs game experience, man. Had a blast. They won. Ninth inning home run in the rain to win the game. Everyone's singing. Everyone's dancing. We're drinking beers. The best part, guys, by far for me, was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Harry Carey was the voice of my generation, guys, voice of my childhood. And so to be up there and be like singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," it brought up a lot of old school memories. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Made this 48-year-old feel like a 12-year-old again. I was all about the baseball. Just wanted to have fun. Definitely worth it, man. Definitely worth it. All right, guys. With that being said, I had a great trip. We're gonna catch a foul ball like Ferris Bueller. No, darn it, I was trying. I do have my what is it, daily dank day off that I'm gonna cut together, guys. I'm gonna do like a Ferris Bueller type video of everything did you get some $15 Cracker Jacks? And I swear I never want to go back. No. I had a bison dog. It tasted like a beef jerky stick, but still, a bison dog. I ended up having a bison dog, and then we had a couple beers. We just did our thing, man. It was a lot of fun, and I don't know. The city's just different, man. It's a trip. You guys know who live in cities. Um, just a whole different world, man. Whole different hustle. Everything's crazy. No, but it was a good time, man. What else did we do? Trying to think of something fun. We went to the Medieval Torture Museum. Um, yeah, same, Lonnie. Yeah, like, hey, Richard, how's it going? Did you pretend to be I did. 100%. I did. The Sausage King of Chicago. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, you watch so many games that that's your childhood, man. So to be there, and just to be in the mix of it with everybody. And the Cubs are different, man. Everyone's so friendly, and everyone's so Cubs fans are like a different breed. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. What else? Medieval Torture Museum. We ended up going to Museum of Contemporary Art, which they do in Ferris Bueller. What else did we do? Whole bunch of stuff, man. Every day. We ended up walking about a total of 35 miles through the 4 days, man. A lot of city walking. A lot of city walking. Saw a lot of weird shit, too. We'll talk more about that later, guys. But let's get into the Wakey Bakey news, guys.
I sold you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
All right, guys, the Wakey Bakey news. What's happening out there in the real world today? I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick, guys. I'm dying of thirst. Hang on 1 second. Now, I suppose, Chantel, Vital Water isn't real water. It is not real water. All right. What's happening down in the real world today, guys? I've been down for a while. Botched bank heist. An OC turns into a hostage situation. What? One person is in custody after a botched bank robbery turned into a hostage situation in Orange County. The attempted heist unfolded at BMO Bank, a branch at the 4500 block of East LA, around 4:40 p.m. Details are limited, and it's unclear exactly how the attempted robbery went down. But police say that when officers arrived on the scene, the suspect had a victim kidnapped and held up in a room inside the bank. It's unknown how many other people were inside at the time. The suspect attempted to rob the bank, and whether or not they were armed. Footage of the scene obtained by KTLA shows heavy presence of police along an armored SWAT vehicle. Authorities say that personnel with APD Tactical Response Group, along with tactical negotiators, responded to the hostage situation and were able to rescue the victim and arrest the suspect. The victim was uninjured during the ordeal, and no more information is available. So, a guy tried to rob a BMO. I must say, Brian, seeing the joy and excitement on your face at the game was really awesome and uplifting. Hey, I appreciate it. Counts, LOL. I appreciate that. It just is genuine, man. It's a real deal, man. Like, anything that when you're a kid, things that you just you worship certain things, and you kind of want to go back. Maybe that's my midlife crisis right now. I want to go back to where I just cared about baseball, man. And that was a great time in my life. You don't have the worries. You're just like, what time am I waking up to go play ball in the summer? That's what it was, man. What time do I have to go in from playing ball? Like, just great. What time are the Cubbies on? Because I got to get home to go watch them. Harry Carey singing the song. And we went to Harry Carey's too, man. That was really cool. All right, anyway, enough about Chicago already. Enough about the Chi-Town. All right. Let me see. Burbank. Oh, look at this, guys. Who has heard of this? Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max team up for streaming mega bundle. Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery are teaming up for a new streaming bundle that includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max, reports KTLA. According to the announcement on Walt Disney's company's website, the service will be offered together this summer with an unprecedented selection of content from ABC, CNN, DC, Discovery, Disney, Food Network, FX, HBO, HGTV, Hulu, Marvel, Pixar, Searchlight, Warner Brothers, and many, many more. People will be able to get the bundle from any three platform websites. While pricing hasn't yet been announced, it will come in ad supported and ad free tiers. Disney is already successfully Disney Plus. You know, it's smart, man. It's smart right now to do that. Last baseball game I went to was in '86 when the Mets won the World Series. You know what? A funny story about that, Eric, was I remember when they clinched. It was against the Cubs, and the Cubs didn't have a chance to win anything, but I wanted them to spoil it for the Mets that game. So the whole truffle shuffle, so that whole game, I was rooting for the Cubbies, of course, to spoil it for the Mets, but it didn't work. They clinched. It was all good. But yeah, it was a hell of a team, that '86 Met team. All right, guys, Rosie is itching to get out. She's going to use the bathroom. I will be right back.
Rosie the bulldog, she's quite a sight, running around the park with all that honey. When nature calls, she knows what to do. Take a little break just to see it through. Rosie the bulldog, she's got style, doing her business with a happy smile. On a little adventure before we resume. Waiting for Rosie, just a quick interlude. Look at the bulldog, wagging her tail, perfectly mischief in her eyes without fail. She struts around the park with pride, searching for that perfect spot far and wide. Oh, Rosie's on the mission, won't you take a seat? The show's on break, for Rosie does what bulldogs need. Her little act of nature, will patiently await for when the curtain flies and the show resumes its stay. Nothing else to learn yet. Rosie the bulldog, oh so sweet, takes the time when it's time to meet. She waddles around, playing with her toys, but there's one thing she must do, and it brings her such joy. Rosie's on the bridge, she's doing her thing, pooping outside where the birds all sing. The show will go on, but we'll patiently wait. But Rosie's done pooping, it's worth the wait. This is the time where Rosie poops. This is the time where she tries to scoop. She hold up the show, but we don't know how long she will be. If she crazy, comes out string free.
All right, guys. Sorry, Rosie's still doing her business, taking her sweet time, like everyone was hoping for. Eli messed up Tom's perfect season. My favorite Cub of all time. Great story, guys. My favorite Cub of all time is Mark Grace. I'm going to tell you why. This is a cool story. Another one of my childhood moments. So, when I was about 12 years old, my dad took me to spring training to see the Cubs for the first time. This is in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm 12 years old, never got an autograph before in my life. No idea how to. I see the other kids. Hey, Mr. Sandberg, can I get your autograph? Mr. Dawson, can I get your autograph? So I go that route. Nobody signs for me. I'm hunting, man. I'm trying to get some autographs so bad. So end of the game, ninth inning, it's over. This was I want to say '89, maybe '91. '89. It was anyway. It was Mark Grace, first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. He came in second place the year before for Rookie of the Year. Chris Sabo beat him. That's how much I loved baseball back in the day. And there's Rosie. There's Rosie. And so he comes in. I got no autographs at all. I got this little bat in my hand, mini bat. And Mark Grace comes running in from the field. Mr. Grace, can I get your autograph? He comes out of the dugout. There's a bunch of kids around me. He grabs my bat, looks me in the eye, gives me a smile, signs it, says, I forget what he says, something like, there you go, kid, something like that. And then he goes back in the dugout. Only signed my autograph. From then on, my favorite player of all time. At one point, probably not true anymore, I had every baseball card ever made of Mark Grace. Every bootleg, everything. Like, man, I have the Mark Grace collection going on here. And fun fact, most hit of any player of the 90s, Mark Grace has the most hits of any player that played in the 90s. True story. Didn't get the Hall of Fame vote, but yeah, what can you do? And then cool part was he ended up becoming a Diamondback. After he left the Cubs, they didn't re-sign him. They decided Rich Hundley instead, who didn't last at all. This fucking piece of shit. Anyway, they let Mark Grace go. He ended up going to the Diamondbacks. He won a World Series ring with the Diamondbacks. So, his career went pretty good. And we got to see him a few times in Arizona doing the announcing and stuff. So, all works out pretty well. But, yeah, that's my Mark Grace, my favorite player of all time, favorite Chicago Cub. All right, what else we got cooking, guys? Disney Hulu. That should be interesting. They're going to have to I was reading something the other day about how Netflix is supposedly, no one really even knows, the only streaming service that has ever turned a profit. This is a true story. You should order a China Cubs jersey of Mark Grace. I should, actually. I was gonna for this. I ended up getting a Stroman, not a Braun Stroman jersey, but a Stroman. They were on sale. It's funny, man. I'm such a cheap ass. We're in Chicago. I forgot my jersey. I couldn't find it. Didn't have a hat or nothing. So we're going to these Cubs shops in Chicago as we're walking. Way expensive. Maybe they're just normal price, and I'm just an old cheap man now. I don't know. So Disney is just becoming Comcast, pretty much. It looks like. So it was, a lot of money for all the jerseys and the hats. So I'm like, let's wait till we get to the stadium. There's got to be a discount place near the stadium. So right across the street there is a custom jersey shop. They had all their blowout stuff outside. And they had a Stroman, used to pitch for the Cubs for 2 seasons, I believe. They had his jersey, no longer a Cub. They had it for like $50. And I'm like, boom, I'm Stroman now. So it's like, it was a good deal. We got hoodies for super cheap too. Yeah, you gotta look. You gotta look. In 2025, Netflix will gain exclusive rights for Monday Night Raw, and you're gonna see a lot more live streaming from Netflix too. Gonna be interesting how they go, man. The streaming wars are on, guys. It's taking a little longer. Netflix was a lot stronger than they thought. I remember when Disney Plus came out. Everyone thought it was going to be the big streaming wars. And I just really, no more free wrestling. SmackDown will be on the USA channel, Lonnie. But no one likes SmackDown. Let's be honest. SmackDown will be on USA. Yeah, so I guess you have to pay for cable, right? So it's true, Netflix is the only profitable platform, but the forecast within 3 years shows some will other turn profit. Yeah, I believe it, especially like with the HBO Max merger, something like that. I haven't really watched Netflix in a while. You know what I did watch? We're getting all off topic, guys. We're just bullshitting. It's just that kind of show today. There's a show I caught. I thought it was a movie. We were flipping through the channels in the hotel. You guys know how hotel room TV is. So we're flipping through the channels, and there is Ian McGregor, however you want to say it. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's in a hotel, and I'm like, oh, this must be a movie. So we're watching this thing, and it's unfolding, and it's called A Gentleman in Moscow. So it ends, but it kind of ends weird, and I'm like, that's a weird movie, man. And then find out it's a series. It's a series on Showtime, and I'm probably gonna binge it today and tomorrow. It looks really good. The one episode I saw was great, intriguing. I got so many questions. about different things now. I watch cord cutting podcasts every day. He does reports on these things, pretty informative. Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to something like that. Definitely, it's a change in time with everything. The live streaming on Netflix is going to be big. I think live streaming in general across. So back to retro. I got to ask you: do you think we are ending the near in the next 10 years or so the death of network television, or do you think network television like your NBC, CBS, your ABC, your local, channels that are free via the antenna, do those go away? Do we see the end of network TV or even cable TV? And most people are cutting the cords. Do you see that happen in the next 10 years or so? Have you seen Shogun? Good, but I have not seen Shogun yet. It's on my list. I need to. I need to bad. All right, let's see what else we got happening, guys. Been gone a minute. All sorts of crazy stuff happening. Netflix and HBO Max having babies. What's going on? What's going on? Long Beach releases a 2024 homeless count. That should be interesting. The city of Long Beach has released a 2024 homeless point in time count, which is conducted every year. On Wednesday, the city said they identified 3,376 homeless people, down 71 from 2023. That's just in Long Beach. I don't know, man. There's a lot. Maybe they moved to LA. Maybe they moved on. It was crazy, man. There's, I guess, a hustle. It's a sad hustle in Chicago. A lot of immigrants you'll see, I'm assuming illegal, you know. It's a lot of women with their babies. And like they're in blankets and the babies are just sitting there and they're in some corner. And oh man, it's sad. It's so sad. But it's a hustle, and you gotta be prepared for it, man. There was a lady, we came out of it's called Chicago 360. It's the big I think it's old Sears Tower. And this lady is like right out front. And maybe not network TV, but cable TV. Yes, most people are only keeping cable TV for live sports, but streaming are picking up so many. Yeah, that is true. I agree with you. Back to retro, I agree. And he so she's outside. She obviously had diabetes, this lady, because she was missing a couple digits off her feet. So she's right in the middle of the sidewalk, shoes off, and she's missing a digit here and a digit there, and she has napkins in between it because she has no toes and they're bleeding. And someone gives her food, and she gets so happy. And I'm like, check your blood sugar, woman. Check your blood sugar before you eat that. Oh man. But yeah, the homeless situation's so bad up there, man, and everywhere. They need to. I don't even like. It's easy to say, "Hey, they need to do something about that," but really, what do you do? I mean, you build more houses, but then they trash them. I don't know, man. It just seems like you're chasing your tail, left and right. Katy Perry's mom falls for fake AI images. The Super Bowl fashion took a place on Monday night as some of the biggest names landed in New York City for Fashion Week, guys, at the Met Gala. The good old Met Gala. If you're a fancy smancy person, that's it. But if you saw photos of Katy Perry on the carpet, those were fake. The fireworks singer took to Instagram to reveal she couldn't make the invitation-only event because she had to work. Many fans didn't know because AI images of the American Idol judge surfaced online of her donning a assemble matching of the Garden of Time dress code while on the fake red carpet. Is there a controversy there? Like, oh, she wasn't there, but they said she. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. Let's see. Instacart to offer restaurant deliveries. Oh, Instacart stepping up their game. They're gonna try to put a DoorDash. Be interesting to see. We don't get Instacart out here, so it doesn't affect us whatsoever. What are you doing there, Rudy? What are you doing? McDonald's is working on something big, guys. Ooh, I'm so over McDonald's, man. Like, not just like anything political or anything with the. I'm just over McDonald's, man. Their food isn't that good. Even smelling their fries anymore kind of turns my stomach. I'm kind of over McDonald's, man. To be honest, which is probably a good thing. The buzz in the burger world that McDonald's is working on something big. Ian Broaden, the CFO of the global fast food chain, said last week the restaurant has plans to launch a larger burger. The food forward website Delish reported the move comes amid the inflation-wary customers in big markets are opting to eat out less. The consumer is certainly being very discriminative in how they spend their dollar. McDonald's president said in April, a conference call with investors, it may be more pronounced to lower income consumers, but it's more important to recognize that all income are seeking value. Traffic at fast food restaurants in the first quarter of the year was flat or down in the United States, Australia, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, and Japan. During the call, investors said that Mickey D's needed a nationwide value message, which could be used for consumers, which the price soon to be launched larger burger is concerned. So lower in prices coming out with a new burger. Oh, wow, look at this. In January, the higher ups brought back the double Big Mac. Oh, man, that thing looks big. Is Prosperity out of business because I can just show my yeah, larger is more expensive. Bigger puck is what I want. Only thing I like from McDonald's is McFish. Too expensive also. Yeah, it just isn't. I remember, man, I used to get excited about McDonald's. It was like a habit. It was almost like an addiction. And you'd be like, oh, man, we need to get something to eat real quick. You just want to drive through McDonald's real quick. Fries, burger, you're good to go. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. My appetite's changing, things like that. But, yeah, I'm just not into McDonald's at all anymore. Not even in a pinch, really. I used to love the quarter pounders with cheese. Fries, quarter pounder with cheese, and a large Coke, man. That was it. That was good. Now, like the Eddie Murphy skit about Happy Meal. I forgot about that. So they're going to come up with a new menu, guys, on McDonald's. I think a lot of businesses. Actually, I was just reading how I think 8 of the biggest companies in America are going to start lowering their prices. You've probably seen the commercials for IKEA. IKEA is lowering prices for inflation. You know what it is? It's they're just not getting the business that they're just too expensive. People can't afford it anymore. So they're not shopping. They're going without. So they're going to lower their prices to hopefully bring consumers back in. Should have done it a long time ago, man. We've been hurting. How much are eggs now? My God, man. My God. Everything's super outrageous out there. You almost hate to buy anything. It's just so expensive. All right, enough bitching about that, guys. Grease actress dies at 72. Let's see. Sandy Olsen. Oh no, Susan Buckner wearing cat glasses. Oh, so just one of the character actors, one of the backup actors died. Remember? Oh man, so we went to Ed DeBevick's, guys. Don't know if you guys know Ed DeBevick's. It's like a Dick's Last Resort. They kind of insult you. It's kind of like they give you a hard time. It's fun. It's all in fun. So the guy we had There was a guy who waiter next, and he looked like Crater Face, whatever that guy's name is, in Greece. You know, the bad guy. Uh, and so our waiter said something. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Talking about that waiter, and I'm like, yeah, I loved him in Greece. And our waiter looked at me like, if you love him in Greece, you should see him dipped in chocolate pudding. Mmm, delicious. Oh my God, man. He had me laughing. It was like the best line ever. That's because people are buying directly from China through Temu, Amazon, and other sites. Cheaper prices for cheaper product. Man, on the way home yesterday, I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he was talking about this immigration situation. And you know, whatever, guys, the borders, we gotta shut that shit down. I'm telling you right now, that's how I believe. I'm not gonna fucking kiss anyone's ass and play politically correct. Shut those fucking borders down. That's it. Bottom line, that's how I feel. But 20% of everyone that's coming over are Chinese nationals that are military age, male military age. Now, if that doesn't freak you out a little bit, it should. You know, we need to do something about that. We need to do something about it quick. Because, I mean, China's buying up our farmland, buying up farmland near military bases. They're, you know, like 20%. They're giving their people, like, these guys are coming through with maps and money. Like, they know how to get to America. Like, why is it military men, Chinese nationals at that age are coming through? It can't be good, right? Can't be good. Little do they know every freaking person in America has a gun somewhere, so it might not be as easy as they say. But yeah, it's a little scary, man. It's a little scary. We need to watch that stuff. Definitely, I'm all for controlling the borders, guys. All for it. I think that's pretty much it, man. And the reports say Bill Gates is helping them. You know, I had lost all respect in any kind of. I never trusted Bill Gates. I don't know the guy, but any kind of respect I had for Bill Gates, I lost when he found out how embedded he was with Epstein. Boy, his ex-wife let him have it. I don't know if you guys ever heard this deal. So Bill Gates and his wife got divorced, and his wife comes out, and she's just like, "Yeah, he's been to Epstein Island several times." I'm just going to leave it at that. Just leave it at that. And you're like, and then Bill Gates is like, humana. He turns into Ralph Crandon all of a sudden. He's like, humana. But yeah, so for whatever reason, I'm not saying he partook in any of the things, but him and Epstein they had something going on. A lot of people say that Bill Gates really wants to be a Pulitzer Prize winner, Pulitzer Prize winner, or some kind of like a humanitarian award. And he was working with Epstein to try to get that. But that's one of the rumors. But I mean, for your ex-wife to throw it out there during a divorce, ooh, not good. Not good at all, guys. All right, let's get into roll call this morning, guys. Let's do this thing.
It's 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine. It's time to slam. Break the mold. Rebel from the north. Gangsters unite. Let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K. We're here to play. Loud and proud. We won't obey. 7:10 a.m. We'll rock your day. Gangsters assemble. Never fade away.
You know, yeah. So let's talk about that real quick, man. The protests, these Palestine either pro or anti protests at these colleges, man. They're getting crazy. Did you hear a couple of the people that got arrested during protests are not going to be graduating this year? The college said no. You got arrested. You're not going to graduate. Crazy, man. Then you know it's the old man opinion, guys, or whatever. But when you're a kid, you're all fired up, man. You wanna rebel. You wanna go against your daddy's beliefs or you know what? You want to be your own individual, and you're gonna stand up, man. And you're gonna protest, man. And you're gonna not subscribe to any labels, man. And you're gonna do all the things, guys. But you really don't understand what you're even protesting. You don't even understand the situation. Go to a library, read the history, read all the things. Don't go to a website. Don't go to fuckisrael.com and think you're going to read the truth. Don't go to fuckpalestine.com and think you're going to read the truth, because it's not going to happen. Research for yourself. See the truth. See what's really happening. And realize that you being part of this protest in America really isn't helping anything. I'm sorry. Maybe it's helping you. Maybe it's helping the others feel like you have a voice. But when you have Iran encouraging you to protest, you know what Iran does to protesters? They murder them. They dip them in oil. They freaking hot oil. They murder them. They put them down the street and they stone them to death. That's what Iran does to protesters there. But they're encouraging everyone to protest here. It's because it's a thing, man. And I'm not saying, you know what, some of the stuff is horrible, man. The fact that they can't get food to Gaza, unacceptable, 100%. Israel's wrong, in my opinion. People fucking need food, man. People need to survive. You need to have relief efforts. You need to, it's a dire situation over there. But I'm going to be honest, protesting here in America isn't going to help anything. Does the president of the United States really have any say over what Israel does? I mean, the UN kinda, and we're supporting them. We could cut them off, but does that stop Israel from doing what they do? We're just kind of like the big brother. Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. Well, fuck you. We're gonna do it anyway. Okay, like you know what I mean. We don't want conflict with Israel, so like I don't know, man. But by protesting, by trying to force Biden to do something, he can't do anything. Like, I mean, he could use some of his influence, but what they're going to do is what they're going to do. And maybe, I mean, telling him he needs a come to Jesus moment probably isn't the right thing. All right, guys, let's get into the roll call this morning. But yeah, just be careful. Like, don't throw your. I know there's no kids watching this unless you're Rise out there somewhere. But man, don't throw your future away for something you have no control over. Like, that's great. You want to get out there. You want to express your views. You want to express your opinions. That's awesome. That's awesome. But now you're not graduating. Now you wasted $70,000, $100,000, if not more. Ooh, man. Yeah, figure that shit out. Use your brain that you just put $100,000 into. All right, Chantel, good morning, good morning. How are you? Fight for freedom. We got Rosie Key in the house. We got the broken brain of Eric. Good morning, good morning. Rosie, how are you? How are things? How's Jim doing? Give him our love. What else we got? We got Lonnie up in the house this morning. How you doing, Lonnie? We got Mr. Crispers. How you doing, Mr. Crispers? Who else we got up in here? Broken brain of Eric. We got Barney. How you doing, Barney? Good morning all the way from Australia. Who else we got up in here this morning? Rosie Key. Tim W. Tim W. in the house. Back to retro. Back to retro in the house. Richard, how you doing this morning, Richard? Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. I got to get you that shirt, man, now that I'm back. Get you all you guys your shirts. Let's see who else we got up in here. Do, 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 do. Oh, man, it was funny. We were on the plane last night, headed back, and there was a lady speaking Spanish behind us. Don't know what she was saying, but all of a sudden she would just go, ding, 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 ding. And me and April would look at each other like, what the fuck is that? Oh, a couple times she did it. Oh, so funny. It's no different than what Korea and Somalia. True, true. Man, yeah. And then, like with Somalia, it's the worst because the warlords go out there and take all the food and the people don't even get it. Oh, man, dire situation out there, guys. Dire situation. Today in history for 5-9, guys. Today in history brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys, in all the land. She was copying the Crazy Frog music. That's what it sounded like. It did. It did sound like the Crazy Frog music. That's funny. All right, guys, let's get into it. Today in history. In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. All right, guys, it is Today in History. Let's see what, oh, Rosie. What we got? We got some birthdays in the house, guys. Got some big birthdays. We got Howard Carter, British archaeologist, guys. King Tut's tomb. He was the founder, the finder. How would you word that? 1949. Billy Joel was born, guys. What is it? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Birthdays today. Billy Joel turns old. Albert Finan. Oh. Billy Joel turns, I don't know how old he was born in 1949, guys. 1936, Albert Finney, British actor was born. 1939, Alan Bennett, British playwright, was born. 1874, British archaeologist Howard Carter was born, guys. And in 1860, Jem M. Barrie, Scottish author, was born. Featured event was in 1502, the fourth and final voyage of Christopher Columbus. On this day in 1502, master navigator and admiral Christopher Columbus, long considered the discoverer of the New World, set sail from Spain on his fourth and final voyage, hoping to find passage to Asia. 2020, American singer and pianist Little Richard. Golly, Miss Molly, sure like the ball. Ooh, golly, Miss Molly. Ooh. Whose hits of the mid-50s were defining moments that developed rock and roll, died at 87. That's someone who doesn't get their props in rock and roll a lot. Little Richard, man. You listen to some of his early stuff. Dude was so cutting edge, man. So cutting edge. Cut you with a knife so sharp, baby. 1980, the horror film classic Friday the 13th about summer camp counselors being haunted by a mass killer was released in theaters. It was a huge success. It led to a popular franchise. The birthplace of Friday the 13th. Nice, guys. 1974, the U.S. House Judiciary Committee began formal hearings in the impeachment investigation of President Richard M. Nixon. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the first birth control pill. In 1958, Alfred Hitchcock's psychological thriller Vertigo, starring James Stewart and Kim Novak, premiered in San Francisco and became highly regarded as one of the greatest movies ever. Yeah, Vertigo, man. Great movie. We got to do a watch along with that. Tutti Frutti. That's right. Uptown girl, living in your hot bread world, in your white bread world. We eat wheat bread down here, lady. American track and field athlete Ralph Boston, the first man to jump more than 27 feet, was born in Mississippi. 1936, 7 months after invading Ethiopia and driving Emperor Haile Selassie into exile, Italy annexed Ethiopia as part of Italy, East Africa. 1918, American television interviewer and reporter Mike Wallace, who was on the show 60 Minutes, became known for his aggressive and bruising style, was born. 1960, Dramas J.M. Barrie, best known for Peter Pan, the title character of which the Eternal Boy was born in Scotland. 1800, American abolitionist John Brown, who led an assault on the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry, Virginia, was the main preceding incident to the Civil War, was born in Connecticut. So he led an assault in 1859 on the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry, Virginia. And that pretty much triggered the Civil War, huh? That was interesting. That was way interesting. All right, let me see real quick, guys. Wanted to elaborate on, what did I want to elaborate on? Oh, Christopher Columbus. Wanted to see if if he found anything on his last voyage. Doesn't look like he did. The first voyage, second voyage, all the voyage. The fourth voyage. Oh, there we go. So this fourth voyage. Let's see what they say here. In the final years of Christopher Columbus, the winter and spring of 1501 through 2 were exceedingly busy. The four chosen ships. Let's see. Columbus is. Okay, so, however, Indian resistance and the poor conditions of the ship, which only two remained, caused him to turn back on Hispaniola. On his voyage, disaster again struck against Columbus' better judgment. His pilots turned the fleet north too soon. The ships could not make the distance and had to be beached on the coast of Jamaica. By 1503, Columbus and his crew were castaways. Columbus had hoped, he said to his sovereigns, that my hard and troublesome voyage may yet turn out to be my noblest. In fact, most disappointing of all and the most unlucky, the fleet had missed discovering the Pacific across the Panama and failed to make contact with Maya of Yucatan, the two men, Diego. Columbus always maintained that he had found the true Indies, blah, blah, blah. So it was an utter disaster, guys. Ships fell. Everything went crazy. Columbus, things happen when you're exploring, guys. Things happen. Oh, man. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. We're hitting about that hour mark. I'm going to get ready to, we got a 420 show, guys. I got to unpack. Got a lot of stuff to get back into now that I'm back here in the real world. But we're going to be live at 420, guys. I think we're going to be talking some Friday the 13th movie action, guys. Yeah, I think so. Since today in history, maybe Vertigo. We'll figure it out, guys. We're going to have a great show for you at 420. So tuned in. We're going to announce some stuff, watch alongs, trivia nights, guys. I got some dates set now that I'm back. So we're going to get into it. Appreciate you. Make sure you're hitting that like, subscribe, and share button, guys. And I will be back at 420. Have a great day. Remember, breathe in that positivity. Exhale that negativity. Stay blessed, guys.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys.